How I Conquered Work Stress with Stoic Philosophy and How You Can Too. Work stress is an issue most of us face in modern life. From tense meetings to looming deadlines or the frustration of dealing with problems beyond our control, these factors create an endless vortex of stress. I too was once someone who felt like every day was a battle with myself and my work. However, I couldn't keep getting swept away by negative emotions and stress. One day I stumbled upon Stoic philosophy, an ancient philosophy that offered me a completely different way of facing stress. That was when I realized that not everything in life is within our control. This realization completely changed how I viewed work, stress, and myself. In this article, I'll share how I applied Stoic philosophy to overcome work challenges and lead a less stressful life. And I believe you can do this too. Chapter 1. Understanding work stress. Its origins and consequences. Work stress is not a new phenomenon. In modern society, with increasing competition and societal expectations, stress has become an unavoidable part of many people's lives. The question is, why does work cause so much stress? Work stress can arise from many sources. First, there are the demands and expectations from supervisors or colleagues. A job can become stressful when the workload is too large, or when you face requests that cannot be fulfilled in time. Factors like limited time, multitasking, or lack of resources can also contribute to stress. Additionally, stress can stem from the work environment. A workplace lacking support, effective communication, or transparency in decision-making can create a sense of insecurity and exhaustion. These factors not only affect work, but also impact mental health. Prolonged stress can have numerous negative consequences for physical and mental health. It can lead to problems like headaches, insomnia, anxiety, and even depression. Unresolved stress can also affect relationships with family and friends, making you more irritable and less patient. Moreover, long-term stress can reduce your work productivity. When you feel exhausted and stressed, it becomes difficult to focus on tasks and make sound decisions. This not only leads to self-disappointment, but can also negatively affect your team and the organization. Chapter 2. Stoic Philosophy, Peace in Life. Stoicism is a philosophy developed in ancient times by philosophers like Zeno, Epictetus, Seneca, and especially Marcus Aurelius. This philosophy focuses on developing self-control, inner peace, and the ability to face life's challenges without being overly influenced by external factors. One of the core principles of Stoicism is the clear distinction between what we can control and what we cannot. While we cannot control the world's changes or the actions of others, we can control how we respond to these events. Stoic philosophy helps us reduce stress by changing how we perceive difficult situations in work and life. Instead of reacting emotionally and getting caught up in anxiety, Stoicism encourages us to view situations objectively and calmly. For instance, when facing a difficult task at work, instead of worrying and feeling helpless, you can apply Stoic principles by focusing on what you can control, such as how you organize your tasks, how you communicate with colleagues, and how you maintain calm throughout the process. One reason Stoicism is such a powerful tool for reducing stress is its ability to help us maintain clarity and focus on what truly matters. By applying Stoicism, you will learn how not to be swept away by useless worries, and instead take purposeful and effective action. Chapter 3. Applying Stoic philosophy to work and daily life. Developing character is the first step in applying Stoic philosophy to your life and work. You need to learn patience, resilience, and emotional control in all situations. This not only helps reduce stress, but also makes you a better leader, able to face challenges calmly and confidently. Mental stability is a key factor in stress reduction. Stoicism teaches us how to maintain peace of mind, no matter how difficult the circumstances. Learning techniques like mindful meditation or negative visualization can help you face stress more easily and with less impact. In work, communication is a crucial element for success. However, communication is not just about saying what you want, but also about how you express your thoughts, emotions, and attitudes toward others. A person who controls their speech is less likely to cause conflicts and create a healthier work environment. Stoic philosophy teaches us that words are a powerful tool, but they can also cause harm if used improperly. This means that every time we communicate at work, we need to think carefully about what we want to say and how we say it. Use speech to build, not destroy. When communicating, always aim to build relationships, support, and encourage your colleagues. Avoid using words that criticize or hurt others. Remember, Stoics believe that compassion and wisdom are the best ways to use words. Choose your words carefully in stressful situations. When you feel stressed at work, it's easy to react impulsively and say things that may cause conflict. Practicing Stoicism helps you pause before speaking, considering the consequences of your words. An angry remark can lead to a prolonged argument, while a calm and gentle one can ease stress. Silence has value. An important aspect of communication is knowing when to remain silent. When facing a difficult issue, sometimes not saying anything can be far more effective than speaking too much. Patience and the ability to listen are virtues encouraged by Stoicism, so you should learn to hold your words and observe, listening to others before responding. When applying Stoic philosophy, having a clear and righteous intention is crucial. Stoicism teaches us that the goal in life is not to achieve everything you want, but to live according to your values and principles. This means you need to set clear goals for your work and life, but also understand that these goals may not always be easy to achieve. Set meaningful goals. Stoicism encourages us to set goals not just for fame or material gain, but for inner development and doing the right thing. This could be becoming a better leader, learning something new every day, or contributing positively to your organization's growth. Accept imperfection. One of Stoicism's great lessons is accepting that life is never perfect. You cannot control everything, and things won't always go according to plan. However, what matters is learning to accept failure, learn from it, and move forward without letting failure dominate your emotions. Focus on action, not results. Stoicism advises us to focus on the process rather than the outcome. Goals may change, but the actions we take right now are what we can control. When working, instead of obsessing over whether you will succeed or not, focus on doing the best job possible with all your effort and responsibility. Chapter 4. Practical tools and techniques for overcoming stress. One powerful tool in Stoic philosophy is the technique of negative visualization. This is a method Stoics use to mentally prepare for the worst-case scenarios. Instead of worrying about things that haven't happened, we imagine that everything will go wrong and prepare ourselves to face it. How to apply negative visualization at work. Before facing an important meeting or a big project, take some time to imagine everything going wrong. If you don't achieve the goal, if the meeting fails, how will you handle it? This helps reduce anxiety and mentally prepares you for any situation. When working under pressure, don't just focus on the end result. Ask yourself, if everything fails, what can I do to learn from it? This helps reduce disappointment when challenges arise. Another tool Stoics frequently use is journaling. Journaling is not just about recording daily events, but also a way to self-assess, understand your emotions and thoughts better. It helps you identify negative emotions so you can adjust and improve yourself. How to journal according to Stoic philosophy. Every day, spend a few minutes writing about what happened at work, the emotions you experienced, and how you responded. Be honest with yourself and use the journal to evaluate your decisions and actions. Write down what you cannot control and what you can do to improve. This helps you realize that while you cannot control everything, you can always change how you perceive and respond. Chapter 5. Personal story and advice. I remember a time at work when I was feeling overwhelmed with stress. Large projects were piling up all at once. Meetings with my boss and colleagues always put pressure on me. I felt exhausted and couldn't meet deadlines. However, when I applied Stoic principles, I realized that the issue wasn't the workload, but how I was reacting to it. By using the negative visualization technique, I learned to imagine the worst-case scenario and prepare mentally for whatever could happen. By staying calm, I was able to handle the work more effectively and felt much lighter. Remember, stress is unavoidable at work, but you can control how you react to it. Take time to understand yourself and apply Stoic philosophy in every situation at work. Don't forget that peace is not a permanent state, but a journey you must persist in every day. Stoic philosophy is not a magic cure to instantly overcome all work stress, but it is a powerful tool to change how you perceive and act. Chapter 6. Other Tools in Stoic Philosophy. One of the most important concepts in Stoic philosophy is the dichotomy of control. This concept shows us that there are two categories of things we face in life: things we can control and things we cannot control. In work and life, we cannot completely control every situation or the actions of others, but we can control how we respond and how we choose to act. Accepting what is beyond your control. In work, there are always factors beyond our control, such as decisions made by superiors, unforeseen events, or the actions of colleagues. One of the great lessons from Stoicism is learning to accept this and not allow external factors to disturb our calm or performance. Focus on what you can do. The key is to recognize what you can do in the current situation. Take time to think about what you can improve, the actions you can take, and how you can change to work more effectively. Amor fati is a concept in Stoicism that means love of fate, or accepting and embracing whatever happens in life. Rather than fighting against unwanted events, Stoicism encourages us to accept everything that occurs and view it as part of the process of growth. Application in work. Accept failure and learn from it. When facing failure at work, instead of feeling disappointed and angry, you can try applying amor fati by seeing the failure as an opportunity to learn and grow. Remember that nothing is wasted in the learning process if you know how to accept and extract lessons from every situation. Find peace in all circumstances. Rather than complaining and resisting unwanted events, view them with a positive attitude. This doesn't mean you stop striving to improve, but simply that you learn to love the process regardless of the outcome. Chapter 7. Practicing Stoicism in Real Life. Although Stoic principles may seem theoretical, they are very easy to apply in everyday life. You don't have to be a philosopher to practice Stoicism. Just start with small changes in your habits and behavior. Step 1. Reevaluate what you can control. Every morning, take a moment to ask yourself, what can I control today at work, and what can I not control? This helps you prepare mentally and avoid feeling pressured by factors outside your control. Step 2. Practice patience. When facing a stressful situation, pause for a moment and take a deep breath. Remember that patience is an important virtue in Stoicism, and sometimes stopping for a moment helps you view the situation more clearly. Step 3. Cultivate gratitude. An important part of Stoic philosophy is being thankful for what you have, no matter the circumstances. Every evening before bed, take a moment to write down 3 things you're grateful for that day. This helps you maintain a positive attitude and reduce stress. Stoic philosophy is not an abstract theory, but a practical way of living. How you live, how you face challenges, and how you treat others all reflect the principles Stoicism teaches. If you practice these principles in your work, you'll start to notice a change in your perspective and emotions. Stress will no longer be an unbeatable enemy, but a challenge you can overcome with calm and reason. Chapter 8. A Success Story. Drawing inspiration from famous Stoics. One of the brightest examples of applying Stoic philosophy in work is the life of Marcus Aurelius, a famous Roman emperor and one of the greatest Stoic practitioners. Marcus Aurelius faced many challenges in his life, from continuous wars, illness, to rebellions and political issues. Lessons from Marcus Aurelius. Stay calm in difficulty. Marcus Aurelius never allowed the stress of war or political problems to affect his leadership. He always reminded himself to maintain mental composure and assess situations wisely. Dealing with failure. When encountering difficulties, Marcus Aurelius did not see them as failures, but as part of life. He always looked for ways to learn from failures and adjust his strategy to move forward. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher and advisor to Emperor Nero, faced considerable stress in his life, from financial issues to political conflicts. However, Seneca always advised people that wealth was not the key to happiness, but rather the ability to control the mind and emotions. Lessons from Seneca. Controlling emotions and financial stress. Seneca emphasized that when facing financial crises, we should not panic or fear. Instead, we should learn to master ourselves and confront the situation calmly. Enjoying simplicity. Seneca lived a simple life, even though he was one of the wealthiest men of his time. This shows that peace does not come from material wealth, but from the ability to control the mind and embrace simplicity in life. Chapter 9, Conclusion: Overcoming Work Stress with Stoic Philosophy. In work and life, stress is inevitable. However, we can learn to face it calmly and rationally through the lessons of Stoic philosophy. By applying Stoic principles such as distinguishing between what can be controlled and what cannot, loving fate, amor fati, and practicing patience, you will gradually develop inner peace. Remember, not everything in life is within your control, but how you face them, how you react, is something you can control. Stoic philosophy helps you live a more meaningful life, even in the most stressful situations. Chapter 10. Reflections on work stress. In modern life, work stress is an unavoidable part of many people's lives. Whether you work in an office, a freelance job, or a creative profession, you will always face stressful situations. Stress can arise from various factors, including heavy workloads, tight deadlines, relationships with colleagues or supervisors, and even worries about your career future. However, the important thing is how you respond to these stress-inducing factors. According to Stoic philosophy, instead of fighting against it, you can learn to control your emotions and actions to face it calmly and effectively. One important question to ask when facing stress is stress your companion or your enemy? In fact, stress is not necessarily a bad thing. In many cases, stress can be the driving force that pushes us to work harder, be more creative, and perform better. However, when stress becomes excessive and prolonged, it can lead to burnout, anxiety, and even serious health problems. Stoic philosophy helps you shift your perspective on stress. Instead of viewing stress as a negative thing, you can learn to accept and adjust your attitude so that it doesn't control you. Stress is not always a bad factor. If you know how to control and harness it, it can become a tool for personal and professional growth. Chapter 11. Practicing Stoic Principles in a Workday. Each day is a new opportunity to apply Stoic philosophy to your work. The morning is the most important time of the day because it sets the foundation for everything that follows. What you do right after waking up can greatly influence how you handle stress and any challenges that arise during your workday. Morning Stoic Practice. Start with a quiet morning. Instead of rushing into work or checking your phone, set aside at least 10 minutes to relax, breathe deeply, and mentally prepare for the day ahead. Remember, a clear mind will help you respond more effectively to whatever comes your way. Visualize a productive day. Take a few minutes to envision potential situations you may encounter, the challenges you'll face, and how you will handle them with calmness and patience. This practice, a key Stoic principle, helps you stay prepared and not be taken off guard by difficulties. Once you're at work, one of the essential Stoic principles is living in the present moment. Rather than worrying about the past or future, focus entirely on the task at hand, as this is the only thing you can truly control. Stoic practice during work. Focus on one task at a time. Instead of trying to do everything at once, give your full attention to each task in a systematic and planned way. This reduces stress and increases productivity. Stay calm in stressful situations. When facing a tough situation or making an important decision, pause and reflect. Apply the dichotomy of control principle, recognizing that you can only control your actions, not others or the final outcome. Listen and communicate with respect. In communication, apply the Stoic principle of speech by always choosing words that build, not harm, and always showing respect in every interaction. By the end of the day, when you feel fatigued, maintaining focus and efficiency becomes challenging. However, Stoicism can help you stay centered and patient, even when tired. Stoic practice at the end of the day. Evaluate what you've accomplished. At the end of the day, take a moment to reflect on what you've achieved. Write down small successes and important lessons you've learned. This helps you stay positive and avoid stress over unfinished tasks. Practice gratitude. Before finishing your workday, spend a few minutes reflecting on what you're grateful for, the things you have, the people around you, and the opportunities you had that day. This practice helps you maintain inner peace and reduce stress. Chapter 12. Advice from Stoic philosophers. Marcus Aurelius, as the Roman emperor, was not only a skilled leader, but also one of the most famous Stoic practitioners. He wrote down his thoughts in the book Meditations, where he shared principles on staying calm and patient in the face of challenges. Advice from Marcus Aurelius: accept whatever happens. The things that happen are not what you want, but they are what you need. In work and life, there will always be situations that don't go as planned. Instead of fighting against them, accept and learn to use them for growth. Patience and persistence. Leading with a calm mind is crucial, according to Marcus Aurelius. When facing difficulties, he didn't rush to react. Instead, he always maintained patience and calm. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, lived a life full of challenges. Though one of the wealthiest and most powerful people of his time, he never saw wealth as the key to happiness. Instead, he focused on mastering his emotions and maintaining calmness in any situation. Advice from Seneca: wealth is not happiness. Seneca warned that wealth is not the key to happiness. True happiness comes from mastering oneself and living virtuously. Peace doesn't come from external things. Seneca believed that to feel at peace, we must train our inner selves. No one else can control the peace in your mind but you. Chapter 13. Practicing Stoicism in real-world situations. In a work environment, you are never alone. Collaborating with colleagues is an essential part of most jobs. However, when working in teams, conflicts and disagreements can arise. Stoic philosophy can help you maintain calmness and work effectively through these situations. Advice: stay calm in conflicts. When you encounter a colleague with an opposing view, don't rush to react. Apply the Stoic principle of speech by remaining calm and listening to them respectfully before offering your own opinion. Make decisions based on reason, not emotion. Stoicism encourages you to think rationally before making decisions, especially when working in a team. Try not to let emotions cloud your judgment when solving problems at work. Chapter 14. Facing failure and challenges at work. Failure is an inevitable part of any journey. In work, no one can avoid failure, whether it's in achieving goals, managing time, or relationships with colleagues and superiors. However, failure is not something that cannot be overcome. On the contrary, failure is an opportunity to learn, improve, and grow. Stoic philosophy teaches that nothing is truly a failure if you face it with reason and calmness. Failure only becomes a failure when you give up and fail to learn from it. Seneca once said, "It's not because we make mistakes that we fail, but because we don't learn from them." This perfectly reflects Stoic philosophy. Every failure at work is an opportunity to reflect on yourself, identify the cause, and adjust your strategy to move forward. Lessons from failure. See failure as part of the process. Failure is part of the learning and growth process. If you never fail, you may not be challenging yourself enough. Find lessons in every situation. Apply the dichotomy of control principle. You can't control every factor that leads to failure, but you can control how you respond. Instead of feeling discouraged, focus on what you can improve to avoid repeating the same mistakes next time. Chapter 15. Building healthy relationships at work. In work, leadership is a key factor. However, leadership does not come solely from power or position, but from the ability to influence others through exemplary living and working. Stoicism teaches that you can be the best leader by living virtuously and setting an example for those around you. Stoic principles in leadership. Lead with calmness and reason. When you maintain calm, your leadership will inspire others. Not every situation is easy, but if you can stay composed in any circumstance, your colleagues will learn from you how to face challenges. Practice fairness and respect. A good leader listens, shares, and treats everyone fairly. Stoicism encourages you to treat all people with respect, recognizing their inherent worth, regardless of their position. Stoicism focuses not only on the individual, but also emphasizes the importance of building relationships with others. Work relationships play a crucial role in your career. Building healthy relationships based on trust and respect will help you advance further. Lessons for work. Focus on honesty and respect. In any relationship, honesty is the most important element. Always speak the truth and act with respect for others. Stoicism encourages you to live authentically, and sincerity will create strong, lasting relationships. Listen and share. Listen to others, share ideas and opinions honestly and humbly. Practicing empathy in the workplace will strengthen your connections with colleagues and partners. Chapter 16. Inner peace is the key to success. One of the key factors for success in work and life is the ability to control emotions. Emotions can be a powerful motivator, but they can also distract you and cause you to overreact in stressful situations. Stoicism encourages you not only to control your emotions, but also to perceive them rationally. When you are clearly aware of your emotions, you'll find it easier to control them and make appropriate decisions. Lessons for work. Do not let emotions influence your decisions. Emotions can lead to poor judgment and rash decisions. When you feel angry or stressed, take a moment to breathe and think carefully before making any important decision. Focus on long-term goals. A fundamental principle of Stoicism is to aim for long-term goals and remain steadfast in the face of short-term challenges. Remember that success does not come from hasty decisions, but from patience and a long-term vision. Chapter 17. Practicing Stoicism daily. The key to a happy and successful life. Practicing Stoicism is not something that happens overnight. It's a long process that requires persistence and daily practice. The important thing is to plan, not only for work, but also for your personal life. Planning lessons. Set specific goals. Set clear goals for each day, each week, and each month. This helps you stay focused and avoid distractions when facing difficulties and stress. Persevere in your plans. Stoicism teaches that perseverance is key to success. Don't give up because of temporary setbacks. Always stay committed to your goals and remember that long-term effort yields positive results. Ultimately, the most important lesson Stoicism teaches is to live true to yourself and your values. When you live according to what you believe in and pursue meaningful goals, you will feel happiness and peace regardless of the circumstances. Lessons on integrity. Live authentically. Never lose yourself due to external factors. Always live by the values you believe in, regardless of how the environment around you may change. Seek harmony between work and personal life. Stoicism encourages you to maintain a balance between work and personal life. Success comes not only from work, but also from the ability to maintain harmony in relationships and spiritual life. Stoic philosophy is not just an ancient school of thought, but also a powerful tool for improving life in the modern world. Work stress, career challenges, relationships, and personal emotions can all be managed through Stoicism's simple yet profound principles. By applying principles like the dichotomy of control, amor fati, patience, and respect for oneself and others, you'll find peace at work and be able to live a happy, sustainable life. Remember that work and life bring many challenges and stress. However, what you can control is how you respond to them. Only when you have control over yourself can you create a truly happy and meaningful work and life environment. Chapter 18. The Art of Acceptance and Letting Go. One of the most important lessons from Stoic philosophy is the ability to accept what we cannot change. In work and life, things don't always go as planned. Sometimes you'll face situations beyond your control, such as project failures, co-workers missing deadlines, or external factors hindering your progress. Stoicism advises us not to spend too much time worrying about things we cannot change. Instead, let's focus on what we can control, how we respond to difficulties, how we remain calm, and how we keep moving forward. Lessons for work. Accept failure and adjust. Failure is inevitable. Instead of complaining, see it as an essential part of growth. When you fail, focus on learning from it, adjusting your strategy, and moving forward. Don't worry about things beyond your control. Whether it's finances, co-workers, or superiors, you cannot control every factor. What matters is how you deal with them. Remember that the only thing you can control is your reaction. A core principle of Stoicism is amor fati, the love of fate. This means not only accepting challenges and difficulties, but embracing and welcoming them, as they are a part of life that helps you grow and develop. Lessons on letting go. Practice letting go of unnecessary worries. Worries about work, the future, or things that haven't happened yet only add to your fatigue. Let go of negative thoughts and focus on what you can do today to improve the situation. Focus on the present. Life truly happens in the present moment. Don't let the past or future dominate your feelings and actions. Live with what you have right now and give your best in what you're doing. Chapter 19, Freedom and Inner Independence. One of the key concepts in Stoic philosophy is freedom. But Stoic freedom isn't about freedom from the outside world. It's freedom from our own negative emotions and thoughts. True freedom comes when you can control yourself and not let emotions like anxiety, anger, or fear dictate your life and work. Stoicism teaches that freedom is when you're not bound by others' expectations, not influenced by the world's changes around you, and still maintain inner peace. When you control yourself, you can think and act freely. Lessons for work. Freedom in thinking and acting. Don't let others' judgment or opinions affect your decisions. Learn to trust yourself and act according to your values rather than chasing society's or others' expectations. Free yourself from fear. Fear is a significant barrier in work and life. Stoicism encourages you to see fear as a natural feeling and not let it stop your progress. Instead of avoiding it, face it and overcome it. Chapter 20. The benefits of focusing on long-term goals. At work, there are times when you may feel you've achieved a small success, but Stoicism teaches us not to become too satisfied with these. Success is a continuous process, and complacency can hold you back. Lessons for work. Don't stop after small successes. Success is an ongoing journey, not a destination. After each small success, assess it and identify the next step. Set larger goals and always strive to improve yourself. Focus on the journey, not the result. Instead of fixating only on the end result, focus on the journey you're taking. Every day is a step forward, and each step helps you become better. Stoicism teaches that patience is an essential virtue for achieving long-term success. In work, you may not always see immediate results from your efforts. However, holding to your principles and working hard each day are key factors in reaching your ultimate goal. Lessons for work. Persevere through difficulties. Sometimes in work, you might encounter unforeseen setbacks or difficulties. However, perseverance will help you overcome any challenge. Remember, success doesn't come instantly, but is the result of continuous effort. Stay calm and optimistic. No matter the difficulty, always maintain a calm attitude. Stoicism teaches that while you can adjust your attitude, you can't control the circumstances. So instead of worrying, face difficulties calmly and wisely. Chapter 21, Self-Training and Daily Self-Improvement. Stoicism teaches that life is an endless journey of learning. To be a useful person to society, you must constantly learn and improve yourself. Self-development comes not only from knowledge, but also from how you view and interact with the world. Lessons for work. Continuously improve skills and knowledge. Work and life are constantly changing, and if you don't improve yourself, you'll be left behind. Always keep learning and expanding your knowledge, whether you've achieved success or not. Develop character and wisdom. Besides professional skills, developing character and wisdom is equally important. Cultivate patience, humility, and calmness to become a well-rounded person. Stoic philosophy provides us with a roadmap to navigate life's challenges. Not everything always goes smoothly, but what matters is how we face those difficulties. By applying Stoic principles, such as accepting what cannot be changed, controlling emotions, persevering, and continually developing yourself, you will find peace and happiness, no matter the challenges in your work. Life is a long journey, and your attitude throughout this journey will determine what you achieve. Remember, it's calmness, patience, and wisdom that will help you overcome all challenges. Start today and gradually apply Stoic philosophy in your work and life. Hope this video has provided you with profound and useful insights on how to apply Stoic philosophy to your daily work and life.
If you feel inspired by this story, please hit the like button to support us, share it with your friends, and leave a comment below with your thoughts or the Zen stories you want to hear next. Also, Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next inspirational and peaceful moments. Your interactions are a source of encouragement for our journey. Thank you for accompanying us on the path of wisdom and enlightenment.